Hello, it's your boy The Shack, and welcome back to BBT. You got the thing. Now what? Well, that's why you come to me and let me put you on game. Maybe you've had a Tamagotchi your whole life. You don't have an email address, you don't have a Google account, you don't even know what a Google Cloud is. This is the place to be. So today I'm gonna put you through a full phone setup from scratch, new email, new Google account, new everything. So what do? You just bought a phone and now you just run home. You didn't even want to sit in the store and have them set it up. You're like, yeah, I'll do this by myself. Why? Because you know I'm here. So sit back, relax, phone in hand, and let's do this together. So first thing you're gonna wanna do is locate your power button. That is usually found on the side of the phone. So either this side, that side, and sometimes actually you find them at the top of your phone. So this one is located on the side under the volume rocker. So let's power up device for the first time. And then you will see your boot screen, this right here. So in my hands now, I've got the new Samsung A53 that I'm gonna set up for you. So let's get it. So usually your first boot will be a bit long. So don't think that this is how your phone is gonna boot every time, because it has to get everything going in the background, you know? So now this whole Google Cloud thing, it's not as daunting as you think it is. It's actually quite an easy process. And once you get familiar with how it works, you'll be amazed at how long you've been living without it. Now our phone's booted up. So the first thing you're gonna find is the welcome screen. Here you can set your language and choose whichever one you're comfortable with. So mine is English. And then down here you have your accessibility. So maybe you've got vision problems, or you want your screen to talk back all the prompts on the screen. Maybe you want to increase your font size, all those things. This is for anybody who has an impairment. It's programmed on the phone to help you set up your phone. So if you don't, you can just go ahead and press start. Now here we've got our user end agreements. So as you can see here, if you do not accept these two specifically, because this one is optional, the phone won't let you go into the next step. So you'll see once I click here and I click there, automatically we have a blue go ahead to go to the next screen. Or if you don't want to click them individually, you can just select agree all and then you select agree. All right. Now our next screen is asking us to connect to a Wi-Fi network. Because now we need to set up our Google account and everything, you do need Wi-Fi connection. So maybe you've got it at home. If not, some of these internet cafes do have a Wi-Fi. Some of the even restaurants nowadays have free Wi-Fi available. So there's always a way to get Wi-Fi. So I'm just gonna connect to my router. I'll be back in a second. And we're back. Now that you've connected to your Wi-Fi network, you can now press next. Now the phone is busy now getting your phone ready, and it says it might take a few minutes. I think they meant seconds. Well, we don't have data to copy, so here we're just gonna press do not copy. And now it's checking on the info. So guys, this phone setup so far, there's been nothing hectic to it. There hasn't been anything tricky. There hasn't been really anything that might stumble you so far. So just stick with me, and then we are now getting to the thick of things. Now we need to create an account. So now, if you already have a Google email, you can just simply enter your details here to sign you in. But however, these are for my BBTs that have never even had a Google account. So you're gonna select create an account, and it's gonna ask you, is it for personal use, is it for a child, or is it for a work or business? So right now, I'm gonna set up with you my email account for our BBTs. So it's gonna ask you for your name, okay. So then once we get there, we press next. So now it's gonna ask you for your date of birth and your gender. So I'm a New Year baby. We know everybody's celebrating my birthday every year. Oh man, 1990. My brother's old. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Next. It's going to ask you now to create an email address. So now, maybe you have one in mind. So if you don't, it's already got pre-selected based on the info you've given it so far. So I've already got an email address in mind, and it's going to be born. Oh, wow, my spelling. Born before tech. That's the one I'm going for. So then you're going to press go. Now, there's an interesting one. Once you've selected your email address, if already somebody has the same email address, it will already tell you that the username has been taken, so try another. So the easiest usually is to put a number after it. So we'll put 1990. How does that sound? There we go. So now it's asking you to create a strong password. Now that is a mixture of letters, numbers, and symbols. So I'm gonna do that off screen. So maybe you wanna do, let's say your password, you wanna, an example of a strong password is, let's say you're gonna use the word password. So you're gonna say capital P, and instead of the A, you use the symbol for @ and then you continue with the word SSWORD, and then at the end you can maybe put a 1, 2, 3. So you will have a mixture of capital letters, small letters, a symbol, and numbers. So that's how you create a strong password. So I'm going to create one now for my email address. Oh, so when you type in your password, you'll see little black dots. So if you want to see, maybe you made a mistake and you want to retype it, you can just select show password, and it will type out those letters and take away the black dots. But I know what my password is. I never make mistakes. So now we press next to go to the next step. So here it's gonna ask you for a backup phone number, so that if maybe you forgot your password or any of things like that, but also for all of the other Google services that you might need. So, but this is still optional. So you can choose to add a phone number or not. So for now, we're just gonna select skip. And now we have the review of our account. So now it's just asking us to make sure that this is our name and there's our new email address below there. So we're gonna select next. Now, these are the privacy, the terms and conditions that Google sets for you to use their services. So you need to read through all of this data and just be sure of what you're getting yourself into. It's pretty standard, so there's nothing really ominous about what's happening here. So take some time, go through it and just familiarize yourself with what is being said. So I agree for you to go to the next step. Right. Now Google is busy getting your account info and getting everything set up. Welcome to Google Services. Now you are in. This is where the magic happens. So your Google Services, that's basically now, in essence, your Google Cloud, or everything that's cloud-based from Google. So you'll find your email will be here. Your Google Drive, that's why it's asking us for backup and storage. So this now activates your Google Cloud, and it asks you, you must allow it to use your location, allow for scanning, sending diagnostic messages, installs. So to confirm, you must press you accept, and then you will be on all of their different servers. Now, the first step we're actually done with our Google setup. So now the phone is now asking me to protect my phone, so we'll do that a bit later. So we'll say skip, and we'll say skip anyway. Right, so once you've set up everything, the very first prompt is asking you to set up your Google Assistant. So this is where now you can voice communicate instructions to your phone, and it will do that for you. So maybe that's another video. I should show you actually how the voice assistant works for Google. That's going to be a great one. So the next step is, it's asking you for Google to recognize your voice so that not anybody can voice activate your phone. So basically, the more you interact with your Google Assistant, the more it's going to pick up on the tonality and how you interact with it so it can separate you from other people. So it's more on the assistant. So like we said, we'll set that up later. So these are a few apps you can have already on your device. And then from Google, you see you have your Google Drive, you'll have Google TV, you'll have Google Photos, and you'll have YouTube Music. These are also all included. So let's press OK. So now it's gonna get our phone ready. Guys, it is really this simple. We are now on the Samsung legal information advice. So all of this here is optional. So if you'd like to form part, you can. If not, you can just select skip. So we're gonna skip that for now. So Samsung service permissions. So these ones, you also, unfortunately, you can actually also skip. So for now, we'll just skip these. Choose a mode for your display. So now we've got a light mode and a dark mode. I prefer dark mode because that's when basically your phone is darker and then you can use it. And actually it uses less power because most phones have an OLED screen. So an OLED screen, how it works is it can switch off certain panels to give you that black color. So if most of your panels are switched off, that means it's not taking as much power or draining as much power from your battery. So I like my phones in a dark mode, but this is all preference. If you like the light mode, go for it. If there's even a setting where you can set it where it will give you light mode during the day and then when the sun sets, it will give you dark mode. Isn't that cool? So right now, these are a few recommended apps from Samsung. So we'll just say next. And just like that, we are all set up. Can you believe that? I didn't need an instruction manual. I didn't need an encyclopedia. All I just needed to do was just read the instructions. And look, that's how simple it is. Now we are done and it's all set up. But for now, that is how we set up our phone. So tell me what you think and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more Born Before Technology.